This is my recap of Hurricane Florence and how it impacted me personally, as well as volunteer ideas I have for future hurricanes. I was personally impacted only in a positive way. Besides the amount of traveling I had to do, the homework I had to make up, and not being able to stay at Coastal, I was never impacted by the storm. But I got to visit 4 colleges and I got to see a football game at each of them. And these schools were College of Holy Cross in Massachusetts, Clemson, University of New Hampshire, and University of Connecticut. The first idea I had for volunteer work was passing out water with 7-Eleven to people who need it where there isn't any water or power mainly. And 7-Eleven provides this because supposedly they used to price gouge cases of water and mark them up for over $20, and people had to pay for it because there's no other water around. But now they decide to give them out for free, and that gives them a lot better reputation. The second idea I had was Lowe's Hurricane Relief Team, and this has gotten pretty big over the last few years. They employed 10,000 people for Hurricane Florence all over where it was impacted. They supplied truckloads and truckloads of supplies such as water, sandbags, chainsaws, tarps, and trash cans. And these are all really essential to people after hurricanes. The third idea was the Home Depot Foundation, and they tend to work a lot more directly with nonprofit organizations compared to Lowe's. Even though Lowe's still works with a lot of them, Home Depot tends to work with many of them. And they also have a fund called the Homer Fund, which provides financial assistance to people after hurricanes who need money quickly. But even though Lowe's and Home Depot are very similar in the sense of what they sell in their stores, they tend to do a lot different stuff when it comes to hurricanes because Home Depot has a lot more volunteers compared to employees that Lowe's has. But it all seems to work out since they cover all fields of what people need. This is my balanced scorecard showing my 3 ideas and the criteria that fit the volunteer work. And Lowe's came out up top with a score of 4, which was a lot higher than the other 2. I mainly not picked it, but it scored the highest because Lowe's is very popular around here, and Horry County especially had horrible flooding, so all of these supplies that Lowe's can give to people helped a lot. And so for culture fit, that definitely fit the highest, and personal satisfaction was the same as Home Depot, mainly because they both seem to have the same work ethic in the sense of they want to help as many people as possible, but that doesn't matter to me as much as the actual work that is done to people who need it. And Lowe's had the supplies to get people from having no home to at least starting cleaning up and getting everything back in order. So my conclusion is that Lowe's would be the best to volunteer with, at least in Horry County. It could change depending on where you are, but around here it definitely seemed like the best. Even though it would help the people the most, it would also benefit me because I would be able to volunteer and help people out. But working with Lowe's, you would be able to get the most work done and get the help that people need.